I'm Supreetha. Welcome to my math class. In the previous lectures on derivatives, we studied the concept of derivatives. Yes, and then we studied about AB initio method, or we also call it as delta method, correct? And then we studied about the formula d by dx of x to the power n, which was n x to the power n minus 1. Yes, and then we studied about the derivative of log x. I told you the derivative of log x is 1 divided by x. Yes, and derivative of e power x is what? E power x itself. Okay, so in this video lecture, let me tell you what is sum rule. Yes, I used it in the problems in the previous lecture. I told you it is sum rule, but if I have to write it in a standard way, I would write it as, say I have two functions f of x plus g of x. If I have to find the derivative of this, that is d by dx of this, I can write this as d by dx of f of x plus d by dx of g of x. Okay, what is this? This is our sum rule. Okay, so the next one is, suppose I have two functions f of x and g of x, and I have a negative sign in between. Yes, the derivative of this would be what? D by dx of f of g minus d by dx of g of x. D by dx of f of x minus derivative of g of x. This is called as difference rule. Okay, let me solve some more problems on this. Yes, find the derivative of, the first one is, find the derivative of, say we have the question as x square minus 7x plus 10. Yes, so for the first two terms, that is x square minus 7x, I would apply difference rule, and for the next two terms I would apply what? The sum rule. How do you get this as? Can I write this as d by dx of x square minus d by dx of 7x? This is from our difference rule. Since I have plus here, I can apply the sum rule, d by dx of 10. It basically means if you have plus or minus in between the given terms, you can get d by dx, that is the derivative for each term. Okay, now what is d by dx of x square? D by dx of x square would be, apply the formula d by dx, yes, of x to the power n is equal to what? D by dx of x to the power n is equal to n x to the power n minus 1. So in place of n I have what? I have 2. Yes. So what should I write here? I'll write 2x minus 7 is a constant, I can take it out. Derivative of x with respect to x is 1 plus derivative of a constant is 0. So my answer is 2x minus 7. Okay, let me write down the next question, that is, find the derivative of, okay, find the derivative of x cube plus 3x minus 10. How do you solve this? Give derivative to each term. That is d by dx of x cube plus d by dx of 3x minus d by dx of 10. Okay, so this would be what? 3x square plus 3 minus 0, right? Because derivative for constant is 0. Yes, so we are done with sum rule and difference rule. Suppose we have a question as something like, same, the question is in the form of f of x into g of x. You would have to find what? The derivative of this. Yes, then we use something called as the product rule. What does this product rule say? Keep f of x as it is. Find the derivative of g of x plus Now find the derivative of f of x and keep g of x as it is. What is this? This is our product rule. Okay? Let me solve some problems on this now. Suppose we have the first question is find the derivative of square root of t into a plus bt. So clearly this is in product. Agree? What do we have in place of f? I have root t. In place of g, I have what? I have a plus bt. What does the rule say? Observe. The rule says that first write f of x as it is. Let me do that. I'll write root t as it is. Then I would have to find d by dx, or here we are differentiating with respect to what? T, right? So d by dt of a plus bt, okay, plus, now find the derivative of f of x, that is d by dt of root t, and write g of x as it is. Okay, what is g of x or g of t here? If I want to be clear, it is a plus bt. Okay, so this is our f of t and this is our g of t. Now what is the derivative of, yes, let me write down root t as it is. What is derivative of a plus bt? Let me give this derivative symbol to each term. Plus b is a constant, so derivative of t. Okay, plus I can flip this. Yeah, it is in commutative. So let me write it as a plus bt. What is derivative of square root of t? It is 1 divided by 2 root t. Solved. We've already seen how to solve this. Correct? So root t into derivative of a constant is 0 plus b remains as it is. And derivative of t with respect to t is what? It is 1 plus a plus bt divided by 2 root t. Okay, so the final answer is b root t plus a plus bt divided by 2 root t. This is our final answer. Okay, now let me solve one more problem, that is find the derivative of, say, y is equal to 2x plus 3. Yes, 2x plus 3 into 5x square minus 7x plus 1. Clearly, which is the independent term here? See, independent term here is x. Agree? And dependent term is our y. So we always differentiate, okay? We always differentiate dependent term with respect to the independent term. Okay, so let me write down in place of y our given question, that is 2x plus 3 into 5x square minus 7x plus 1. Now I should apply which rule? The product rule. What do you have in place of f of x? In place of f of x, I have 2x plus 3. In place of g of x, I have 5x square minus 7x plus 1. Agree? Now what should I do? What was the formula? D by dx of f into g is equal to what? Fg dash plus gf dash. Okay, so what should I do now? I'll write it as, okay, I would have to write f as it is, right? So 2x plus 3 into d by dx of g dash, that is 5x square minus 7x plus 1. Okay, plus, yes, plus 5x square minus 7x plus 1, and what? Derivative of, that is d by dx of 2x plus 3. Yes, now let me write down 2x plus 3 as it is. What is the derivative of 5x square minus 7x plus 1? I can give derivative to each term. That would be 5x square minus d by dx of 7x plus d by dx of 1. Okay, plus 5x square minus 7x plus 1, and differentiation of 2x plus 3, I can give the same logic. I can give each term d by dx because we have plus in the middle. Okay, so now what should I write here? I would have to write 2x plus 3. Here 5 is a constant, I can take it out. Yes, derivative of x square is 2x minus 7 is a constant. Derivative of x with respect to x is what? 1, plus derivative of a constant is 0. Okay, let me write down 5x square minus 7x plus 1 as it is. What is derivative of 2x? It is 2. Derivative of a constant is 0 again. Okay, let me simplify a little bit. 2x plus 3, yes, into 10x minus 7 plus 10x square minus 14x plus 2. I just gave this 2 to each term inside this bracket. Okay, so now moving on to our next question, that is, yes, f of r is equal to r into 1 minus r into pi r square plus r. Let us find the derivative of this. Okay, so here you can observe we have three functions in product. Agree? We can write this as f, this as g, this as h. If you have three functions, the formula is, suppose I would have to find f, g, h. I have three functions, then the formula is f dash g h plus f g dash h plus f g h dash. Okay, so what does this mean? Find the derivative of each term in each step and keep the other terms as it is. Okay, so or the simpler way to solve this is, I'll multiply this r with each term, okay, inside this bracket. Yes, or you can either do this or you can multiply it with this one. It is your choice, you would get the same answer. Okay, so let me multiply it with the first bracket. What would I get? f of r is equal to f of r is equal to r minus r square into pi r square plus r. Yes, or you can also write it as 1 minus r into pi r cube plus r square. It is your choice. Okay, now let me solve or find the derivative of this term. Okay, what do I have in place of f here? I have r minus r square. What do I have in place of g here? I have pi r square plus r. Which is the independent term here? It is r, correct? So I would have to find df by, okay, df by dr, which is equal to d by dr of r minus r square into pi r square plus r. Okay, what does the rule say? Write down f as it is, that is r minus r square as it is. Find the derivative of pi r square plus r, plus write pi r square plus r as it is. Find the derivative, that is d by dr of r minus r square. Okay, so I'll write this as what? R minus r square. What is derivative of r here? Pi r square plus r. How do you find the derivative? Pi is a constant. I'll write it out. I can, first of all, I can give this d by dr to each term. Agree? That is our sum rule. Yes. So pi is a constant. What is d by dr of r square? Yes. d by dr of r square plus d by dr of r plus pi r square plus r. Here I would have to write what? D by dr of r minus, that is our difference rule. Okay. Now r minus r square remains as it is. R minus r square. Yes, we have what? Pi. What is differentiation of r square? 2r, right? Minus, okay, so plus 1 plus pi r square plus r into 1 minus 2r again. Okay, so that's it. That is our derivative. Let me write it as r minus r square into 2 pi r plus 1 plus pi r square plus r into 1 minus 2r. Okay, this is our what? Df by dr, or you can also denote it as f dash of r. This is just other way of representing our derivative. Okay, moving on to our next question, that is, so yes, given f of x is equal to, okay, given f of x is equal to 16x, as you can see it is 16x plus 3. Given f of x is equal to 16x plus 3 into x square plus 3, we have to find what? F dash of 2. What is the first step? Let me find d by dx of f of x. We also denote it as what? D by dx of f of x. We also denote it as f dash of x, as I told you in the previous problem. Okay, so this would be what? D by dx of 16x plus 3 into x square plus 3. Okay, so now what do we have in place of f? We have 16x plus 3. In place of g, what do we have? We have x square plus 3. Yes, so what should I do now? I'll apply product rule. How do you apply product rule? Keep f as it is, 16x plus 3 into d by dx of x square plus 3 plus, write x square plus 3 as it is. Find the derivative of what? 16x plus 3. Okay, 16x plus 3. Yes, so what would this be? This is equal to, write down 16x plus 3 as it is. What is derivative of x square plus 3? Give derivative to each term. Yes, what is derivative of x square? It is 2x. Agree? What is derivative of 3? It is 0. Okay. Next, x square plus 3. What is derivative of 16x? It is 16 itself plus 0. So I'll write this as it is. So our final answer would be 2x into 16x plus 3 plus 16 into x square plus 3. What is this? This is our f dash of x. Observe the given question. What are they asking us to find? They are asking us to find f dash of 2. So what I'll do, in our given answer, I'll replace x with 2. Okay, f dash of 2. Clearly in place of x I have what? I have 2. So even in the RHS, let me replace 2 into 2, 16 into 2 plus 3 plus 16 into 2 square plus 3. Okay, so clearly 2 2s are 4. Here 32 plus 3, which is what? 35. 35 into 4. Yes, which is 140 plus 16 into 4 plus 3, which is 7. So 16 into 7 is 112. Okay, plus 112 would be what? 252. Okay, that is our expected answer. Yes, moving on to our next concept. Say they've asked you, or they have given you a function, they're asking you to find the derivative, and that function is in the form f divided by g. Okay, the function is in the form f divided by g. Then we apply what? We apply quotient rule. Okay, so let me write that down. Suppose you have a function in the form of what? D by dx of f of x. Okay, f of x divided by g of x. Yes, f of x divided by g of x. Yes, the derivative of this is equal to, keep the denominator as it is, g of x. Yes, find the derivative of the numerator, minus f of x. Find the derivative of the denominator, divided by the denominator square. What is this? This is our quotient rule. Okay, let us solve a problem on this now. Suppose they have given you, find the derivative of, yes, find the derivative of 4x plus 3. Okay, 4x plus 3 divided by 2x minus 1. Okay, how do you find? What does the quotient rule say? If you have d by dx of f divided by g, according to the quotient rule, you would have to keep denominator as it is, find the derivative of the numerator, minus numerator into derivative of the denominator divided by denominator square. Now, in the given question, name f on g. This is f, this is g, correct? So what should I do now? Write the denominator as it is. That is, you will get 2x minus 1. Okay, I would get 2x minus 1 and derivative of the numerator. That is d by dx of 4x plus 3. Okay, minus the numerator as it is, that is 4x plus 3. Okay, and then the derivative of, that is d by dx of 2x minus 1. Okay, the whole thing divided by denominator square. What is the denominator? It is 2x minus 1 the whole square. Okay, so now what would we get? 2x minus 1. What is derivative of 4x plus 3? That would be 4, minus 4x plus 3. Derivative of 2x minus 1 is what? It is 2, divided by 2x minus 1 the whole square. So if I simplify this, what would I get? I would get 8x minus 4. Okay, minus 8x minus 6 divided by 2x minus 1 the whole square. In the numerator, 8x and 8x gets cancelled, and replace the numerator, that is 6 minus 4 is minus 10. So 2x minus 1 the whole square. Okay, so yes, moving on to our next question, that is find the derivative of, okay, find the derivative, that is d by dx of square root of x divided by x cube plus 4. How do you find this? What does the quotient rule say? It says that write the denominator, that is x cube plus 4, differentiate the numerator, that is d by dx of square root of x, minus write the numerator as it is. Differentiate what? Differentiate the denominator, that is d by dx of x cube plus 4. Okay, divided by the denominator square, x cube plus 4 the whole square. Yes, what is the next step? Write down x cube plus 4 as it is. What is derivative of square root of x? Yes, how do you find the derivative of square root of x? Let me solve that over here. Differentiation of, or the derivative of square root of x is, I can write root x as what? I can write it as x to the power half. Agree? So in the place of n I have half. So I will write it as half x to the power half minus 1. Okay, so this would be what? Half x to the power minus half. What if I send this x to the power minus half to the denominator? I would get 1 divided by 2 x to the power half. Yes, which is nothing but 1 divided by 2 root x. Okay, so here x cube plus 4 and derivative of root x is what? 1 divided by 2 root x. Let me substitute that. Minus, I'll write down root x as it is. Derivative of x cube plus 4 is what? 3x square plus 4. Yes, this whole thing divided by x cube plus 4 the whole square. Okay, you can take root x LCM in the numerator and simplify a little bit. You would get what? X cube plus 4 minus 2x into 3x square plus 4 divided by root x. Okay, root x into x cube plus 4 the whole square. Okay, so yes, what did we study in this lecture? We studied the four rules, that is sum rule, difference, product, and quotient rule. Okay, so sum and difference is easy. If you have plus or minus in the middle, just give the derivative to each term. Okay, what is the product rule? If you have two terms, first derivative one term and write down the second term as it is, plus differentiate the second term and write down the first term as it is. Okay, what does the quotient rule say? First keep the denominator as it is, differentiate the numerator. Minus the flip of it. Write the numerator as it is, differentiate the denominator, divided by denominator square. Okay, so yes, that is it for today's lecture. Thank you.